Hi, Hongyan. This is Ellen, and I'm sorry for the confusion with your essay correction, but let's get right into it. I was a little confused here as well. I had to read your notes to me a couple of times. Yeah, I understand what you mean here. This is a little confusing. Essentially, this is called a stacked bar chart. And why do we use it? Well, we use it for a couple of reasons. We want to show the total. Okay. And then, so we want to show the total percentage, and then the colors within show us how that total percentage was formulated. So, in other words, of the 80% who recorded reasons for study, 10% of them said they were studying for interest, and 70% of them were studying for career. Okay, so you're looking at a couple of different things. You're looking at that total percentage or number, whatever is the case here, because as you said, it's not clear if it's percentage. And if it is percentage, well, then why doesn't it go up to 100? So I understand your confusion. Um, but that's how you deal with a bar chart like this, a stacked bar chart. You're concerned about the total and then what numbers made up that total. So, um, excuse me. So that would have been fine, but then you have this, which is a little strange as well. Um, you know, in a stacked bar chart, they should all be stacked. So I understand your confusion. Let's ignore this one. In fact, I can only really correct one of your task ones. So let's take a look at this one, which I think will make a little more sense to both of us. Let's try it like this, okay? So the bar chart illustrates the reason why students go for a study, and the figures are divided according to different age groups. Fine, but this expression is a little awkward here. Why students go for a study? There are cleaner, more concise ways of saying this, so let's do that. The bar chart illustrates the different reasons why students study. That's it. All right, that's the cleanest, most accurate way of saying this. Okay. Overall, younger people are more likely to study for their career development, whereas older people tend to study for personal interests, and the number of those who choose to study for career reasons is inversely proportional to their age. That's lovely. It's always exciting for me to see expressions like inversely proportional. It's absolutely appropriate here. I really liked it. It was the best way you could have expressed this. Good. So, looking closely at people, get rid of the who. What you've got here is you've got a reduced relative clause, so you don't even need the who are. So, essentially, you could do a couple of things here. You can say, looking at people who are under 40 years old, or looking at people under 40 years old. Okay, so you have to make one of those two decisions. You're either going to keep the entire who and are, the verb and the pronoun who, or you're going to get rid of both of them. But this is not correct here. So looking closely at people under 40 years old, most of them choose to study mainly for the consideration of their future career path or finding a good job, in which the youngest group, under 26, has the highest possibility to choose this reason, and only 10% of them, have further education for interests. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you really put in a lot of information in one sentence. You needed to break it down into smaller, more manageable parts, because when you get into this level of complexity, it's very easy to make mistakes, and that is what has happened here. So, again, I want you to focus on concise language, seeing if you can maybe reduce some of this wordiness. Let me show you what I mean. Looking closely at people under 40 years old, most of them choose to study mainly for their future career or finding a good job, full stop. The youngest group, under 26, had the highest figure in this category at 80%, and only 10% of them pursued further education for interest. Okay, so it's cleaning up some of the language, simplifying, and maybe making it a little more cohesive. Okay, let's see. Similarly, there are 70% and 58% of the students in the category 26 to 29 and 30 to 39 making the same choice. Don't forget to put respectively. All right, right here, respectively, making the same choice. So what are you telling us? You're telling us 80, 70, and 58 chose study for career purposes. Is that right? Let's see. Yes, that is what you're telling us. Yes. Okay, I understand. Since you decided to talk about the under 40 group, that's fine. I understand what you've done. That's not a problem. That's fine. In contrast, people tend to adjust their we don't really say their study purpose, the purpose of their studies. I know, isn't that strange? Because I've been telling you this whole time, reduce the number of words, reduce, but here it's just a little awkward. I like what you were trying to do, but it does read a little awkward, their study purpose. Maybe we could find another way to also make it concise like this, but to also make it a little more natural. Let's see what we can do. In contrast, people tend to adjust the reason for study, you could do that, to personal interest from their early 40s, as almost the same percentage of them think study is either for career or interest, 40%. Okay. In addition, there are far more people who are over 49 years old choosing to study for the consideration of interests rather than career. And is that where it ends? Yes, it is. Okay, that's fine. I liked this. One of the things I really liked about it is you had a lot of different examples of language. It wasn't like this straight, mechanical kind of description. So it was very varied in the language that you used. And I really liked that. I thought that was very effective. I thought that you organized your data very well. That was great what you did here with the under 40s. Um, and this was good too. You talked about this equilibrium here. So I liked a lot of this. Were there some errors? Yes. We talked about them. Some of those really lengthy sentences, you want to break them down into more manageable pieces. I know that a lot of IELTS students think, oh, well, I have to write complex sentences, and that's what I'm trying to do. And well, yes, complex, but not complicated. Okay. So really, sometimes simplicity and clarity in your meaning is really much more important than trying to have these, lengthy sentences that kind of get like, unwieldy. So anyway, let's move on. I liked this. Let's move on to your task 2. Public libraries, necessary, useless. What is your opinion? Let's see. Library, as one of the basic public amenities, can be commonly seen in many cities. Here you really needed a couple of things. You could have said the library. All right. And when you use the like this, you're essentially talking about the category of libraries or all libraries, but using it like this, and then grammatically it fits with the rest of the sentence. So why don't we try that? The alternative is libraries. Okay? And that would have worked too. But let's try it the first way. The library, as one of the basic public amenities, can be commonly seen in many cities. While the debate over the necessity of a library has been ruminating for years, I believe that it is still an essential facility for a city for the consideration of educational and entertaining reasons. Okay, lovely. I wouldn't say entertaining, I would say entertainment. It's a difference in meaning. And entertainment reasons means for reasons of entertainment, which is actually what you're trying to say. And entertaining reasons are these are reasons that entertain us. So it's the reasons themselves that are funny, amusing, kind of lighthearted. And that's not what you mean. So that needed to change. Okay. Let's move on. But I liked it. I thought it was lovely. Ruminating. I mean, everything is very lovely here, really. Let's keep going. There are several reasons why people think we do not need libraries anymore. Clear, very nice topic sentence. Good. Firstly, the development of the internet enables people to read wherever they are, and the popularity of ebooks and audiobooks provide. Look at this. The popularity, that's your key noun here. So the popularity provides readers with possibilities to access a huge amount of books through online libraries, which means that citizens do not need to go to libraries physically. In addition, maintaining the daily operation of a library costs a huge amount of money, which could be invested in other public sectors that are in urgent need, such as healthcare. Okay. Yes. I like this. One thing that you could have done is you could have wrapped all of this together. Okay. You could have really sealed your paragraph by having a statement concluding the paragraph, which essentially mirrors the first sentence. Okay. So just like it's essentially a conclusion for your paragraph. So you could have said, thus, thus, the necessity of libraries has come into question, thanks to the means that we have available today. So something like that would have been good. It just essentially clarifies, sums up the paragraph, and that would have been nice. Yet, libraries represent one of the important elements of a city's cultural level and serve, okay, good, educational purposes. Unlike other places, libraries are normally equipped with bright light, cozy chairs, and are often quiet, offering a place for young people and adults to relax while enjoying cultural knowledge after a busy day from work or school. Moreover, not only are libraries the place for reading, but also different learning seminars can be organized here, and therefore children are offered one more place to learn specific knowledge which is not available at school. Wow, that's lovely. I want to tell you some of the things that I really liked about this. I love that you used unlike. I love that you used some really nice collocations, normally equipped, cozy chairs. Here, this participle was lovely. Um, I can't even tell you how thrilled I am to see that you used not only like this, it was accurate, it was very, very nice. Again, what you could have done to really solidify this was add again a statement of conclusion, just like I suggested in the previous paragraph, and it would have been lovely. Let's read your conclusion, and then we'll talk a little bit more broadly about this. In conclusion, although maintaining libraries is quite costly and there might be a trend for citizens to read online, libraries will still be an essential element to a city. For a city, I think. An essential element for a city. It sounds better to me. As not only can it offer, careful, libraries, plural. So, as not only can they offer citizens a place to unwind, uh, but they are responsible for public education also. All right, that's the right way to do this. Okay, but it's lovely overall. Now let's talk a little bit about this. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at. It says, what is your opinion? Okay, so this is all about your opinion, what you think, right? And here you talked about the debate. And then when you came to your opinion, you said it's an essential facility. You have to be careful about this because if it's all about your opinion and what you think, the examiner is going to question why you've included the opinion of other people. The examiner is not interested. Okay? You have been asked only for your opinion. So, what does that mean here? Well, it could reduce your task achievement score because you're including information that is not relevant, that has not been asked of you. Um, However, there is a very easy fix for this. I actually like that you included the opposite side. And I think that in a to what extent do you agree or disagree essay, or in a what is your opinion essay, as this is, I think it's effective to look at all sides of the argument. It makes a more mature, more balanced, kind of more analyzed description. So I think it's great. However, since you have been asked just for your opinion, it's really important to frame this the right way. So what do I suggest? Rather than talking about the opinion of other people, make the opinion your own. Okay, so it's really important to pick up on this. To what extent do you agree, or what is your opinion? Make sure that you're not expressing the opinion of other people, but you're actually expressing the complexity of your own opinion. Okay, so what do I mean? Okay, so while you don't even need excuse me, you don't even need to talk about the debate. So while there is if you want to make it sound like even you can see the complexity of this, and that maybe we don't need it. So let me think about this for a second. Go for an easy fix. Okay, let's say while it is true that libraries may seem less necessary today, on the whole, I believe it is still an essential facility. Okay, so this way it looks like the whole thing is your opinion. Yes, I understand it seems less necessary. That's true, but it is necessary on the whole. And then here, remember, I told you how much I liked your topic sentence, and it's true, I did, because it was clear. It's so nice to see a topic sentence that basically says, ladies and gentlemen, this is what my paragraph is about. So I was very happy to see it. However, framing it under what people think is not appropriate here. Okay, so it should just be there are several reasons why libraries may be deemed unnecessary nowadays. Or there are several, excuse me, I've had a dry cough this morning. There are several reasons why libraries have lost their importance. Okay, and then it's impersonal enough and it's general enough, so it looks like it's your opinion. It could be your opinion, and then you go and you express it. So what you need to just do is really an easy fix, as I said. You just don't want it to be what people are saying, but you want it to appear that it's what you are saying. All right, I said that a lot of times, so I don't want to, repeat myself too much. Okay, so you need process diagrams, you're saying here. So, all right, Hongyan, I think that what you're writing is really lovely. It's some little tweaks that we have to work on to make it really just, just stellar in terms of writing. I'm very confident that we'll be able to do it. Let me find out what kind of process diagrams I can send you, and we'll get to that. Okay, so keep up the good work. I hope you enjoyed our correction together, and I'll be looking forward to more work from you soon. Good luck.